everybody, it's me, Miss Higby, and welcome back to the final video for the last chapter of Mr. Dog and the Rabbit Habit. I am so pleased that you have joined me again so that we can enjoy this story together. I really liked this story so far, and I hope you have too. Let's find out how it ends. Chapter 10, New Beginnings. A week later, one warm evening, as the sun was setting, Socks sat in his spacious, new, two-storey hutch on the patio, looking out over the rolling countryside. Two more rabbits, a mini lop named Munchie and a lilac named Ness, lay asleep in some hay beside him. Socks had been out in a run, munching sweet green grass all day, still marvelling at how his life had changed. His name had changed too. Since he'd been found with the old gold coins, Joe from the dig had called him Treasure. The story of the bunny and the money had got into the local news, and he'd had all sorts of people sticking carrots and cameras in front of his face. Appeals were made to Socks's old owners, but no one had come forward. There he is in the newspaper. Happily, Joe from the dig had felt that Munchie and Ness would enjoy some more company, and so she'd taken Treasure home. Her garden was twice the size of his old place, with views across the national park. As he gazed out, Socks, he would always think of himself as Socks, whatever the others called him, wondered if Sneaker, Shoe and Flip-Flop and their mother had made it safely to freedom. Suddenly, Socks froze. He'd heard a noise on the patio. A dark, four-legged creature was watching him from across the concrete. "Well, well," came a familiar voice. "So it is you. I knew you were around here somewhere, but I thought my nose was playing tricks on me." "Mr. Dog!" Socks bounced up and down in his cage. "Mr. Dog, it's so nice to see you. Look at my new house. Isn't it wonderful? I'm a celebrity, you know." "I do know," Mr. Dog agreed, ears lopsided, his spotted neckerchief ruffled. "The lady I've been lodging with loves your story. She's been telling all her friends. I heard that you'd been rehomed somewhere with a view of a park, which is why I came looking. There's something I thought you'd like to see." "What's that?" "Well, you getting in the news caused a lot of interest in rabbits." Mr. Dog licked his nose. "And I think your new owner might have let slip to a journalist that the local wild rabbits were facing a short and unhappy future. There was a public outcry." "There was?" Socks's ears stood up. "So the wild rabbits are safe now?" There's Socks chatting with Mr. Dog. "Well, since they weren't welcome on that private land, disturbing the dig and eating the farmers' crops, the local villagers decided to work together." Mr. Dog looked very happy. There were no end of volunteers turning up to help catch the rabbits and move them across to the national park. Socks boggled. "All the rabbits?" "Well, no. There were plenty they couldn't reach and plenty more who didn't understand and stayed hidden in their burrows." Mr. Dog smiled. "Which is why I thought I'd better get involved." Socks smiled back. "Of course you did." "It was Hussein's idea, really. Do you remember? He told Joe they should put up signposts for the wild bunnies, directing them to the national park. But humans don't speak rabbit, as I do. I scratched arrows into the tree trunks and on stones. 'Rabbit paradise, this way,' and spread the word the best I could. All the grass you can eat, and clover too." Mr. Dog sat on his haunches. "I got every last rabbit, so excited about that national park that, well, see for yourself." Socks peered past Mr. Dog. All rabbits have good long-distance vision, and his was better than most. He realised that one of the rolling fields was alive with silver-grey movement. A wave of wild rabbits, hopping, jumping and tumbling through the hedgerows into the wild expanse of the parkland. "They've come a long way," said Mr. Dog, "and now they've reached their happy ending." "I can't believe it!" Socks shivered with delight. "It's impossible." "Impossible things are usually possible things hiding behind a tree," Mr. Dog declared. "Those rabbits will be safe now. Do give them a wave now and then, won't you? I expect that Shoe, Sneaker and Flip-Flop will be waving back at you. Oh, I will. Socks hopped closer to the wire front of his hutch. Thank you, my friend, for everything. Mr. Dog bowed politely. My dear Socks, I wouldn't have missed an adventure like this for all the world. Where will you go now? Well, I'm rather like that Roman dig we visited. I'm roaming all over the place. Mr. Dog got up, his tail swishing merrily. I think that perhaps I'll head for the coast. I do quite like to spend the summer by the sea. With a quiet woof of farewell, Mr. Dog turned and trotted away. Happy travels, said Socks, and good luck. Good luck? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Mr. Dog looked back and gave the rabbit one last doggy grin. I never travel without it. And that, boys and girls, is the end of our story. So it was a happy ending. All of the bunnies were moved into the national park. Socks got himself a new home. The baby bunnies were reunited with Mother Rabbit. So all's well that ends well. I really hope that you've enjoyed this story. I know lots of you have been voting to find out what our next class story is going to be, and you will just have to come back tomorrow to watch the next video to find out what it's going to be, and I look forward to seeing you all there soon. Take care. Bye.